Thank you, Speaker. Earlier this week, for the first time in over 4 years, the Reserve Bank of Australia cut interest rates. This offered much needed relief to families across New South Wales. For many in southwest Sydney, including the hardworking families in my electorate of Leppington, this cut could not come soon enough. The average mortgage in Sydney now sits between $600,000 and $700,000. Which means this rate reduction is about an extra $1,200 a year in the pockets of homeowners. Money that can go towards crushing cost of living pressures like groceries, bills and petrol. The median monthly mortgage repayment for households in the Leppington electorate is over $2,300 and among the highest in the state. This places enormous financial strain on local families who are already feeling the pinch from rising costs in other essential areas. This financial pressure is a direct result of the previous Liberal government's economic mismanagement after more than a decade of wasted opportunities and poor decision making. As a result, New South Wales was left with skyrocketing house prices, a rental crisis and crumbling infrastructure. The Liberals prioritised corporate handouts and privatisation over the needs of working families. They drove up tolls, energy bills and essential service costs. They sold off electricity networks, leading to record high power bills. They privatised WestConnex, increasing tolls year after year and making it more expensive for people to travel to work. They failed to invest in social and affordable housing. This worsened the rental crisis and left thousands struggling to find a home. They let developers dictate planning policy, allowing unchecked growth without the necessary infrastructure, schools or healthcare services to support new and growing communities. Their legacy is one of debt, higher costs and fewer services, making life harder for people in my region of southwest Sydney. This cut comes on top of a suite of cost of living relief introduced by the Minns Labor government, real steps to ease financial pressure on families. This includes $500 in energy rebates for eligible households, toll relief with the $60 weekly cap for regular commuters, and support for first home buyers through expanded stamp duty concessions. The government has also introduced increased rental assistance and more affordable childcare options, ensuring families can keep more of their hard-earned money. Additionally, investments in public transport affordability and healthcare support measures have helped reduce day-to-day expenses for many in our community. I welcome the immediate decision by the Big Four banks to pass on the rate cut in full. This is the first move and will ensure families in Leppington and across southwest Sydney feel the benefits as soon as possible. The quicker these savings reach households, the sooner we can help arrest the cost of living crisis. While I understand the banks have a duty to their shareholders, they also have a responsibility to their customers and to the country. After years of bank closures and the damning findings of the Royal Commission into misconduct in the banking sector, this is the least they can do to rebuild trust in our community. However, the big banks still have plenty of work to do. Today, Westpac announced its decision to offshore 190 jobs to the Philippines, including roles from South Australia and right here in New South Wales. This is troubling to say the least, especially after reporting a $1.7 billion quarterly profit. The Finance Sector Union has rightly criticised the move, highlighting potential risks to customers' data security and negative impacts on staff and customer relations. Moreover, the closure of bank branches continues to affect communities right across the state and across the nation. My colleague, the member for Blacktown, Stephen Barley, shared his residents' frustration over the closure of a Commonwealth Bank branch in Doonside, saying not only was the CBA turning its back on locals, it's turning its back and destroying the local business community. In new areas like southwest Sydney, such as Leppington and Camden, where new houses and shopping centres are being built, the absence of nearby bank branches poses similar significant challenges for residents and businesses alike. Families in Leppington across southwest Sydney are doing it tough. They have endured stubbornly high interest rates, rising rents and increasing grocery bills. This interest rate cut offers a chance to provide some much needed breathing room, and I'm pleased to see the banks passing on these reductions in full. However, banks must also consider the broader impact of their operational decisions on local communities and the economy. Maintaining local jobs and accessible banking services is essential for the well-being and prosperity of our communities.